Hello, it's Christopher Walker with Closely Observed World, back, finally. It's been a while since I made the last video. I got COVID in December and it kind of hit me hard, and got through it all right. I mean, I didn't need hospital treatment or anything, but it was a difficult couple of weeks. But I'm back, and today I'm making a video in the lovely windy weather that we've got blowing through Bielsko at the moment. I'm going to go to Vadavitza, which was the birthplace of Pope John Paul II, take a look around there, and then head on from there, I guess. Might go for a bit of a walk out of the city, see where it takes me. So yeah, into the unknown. This is my train for today. It's a Polregio train. The ticket from Bielsko to Vadavitza costs 6 zloty 70. It's not an expensive ticket. I'm excited actually, because the train line will be going through a few places that I've been to, but not very recently. If you remember the video I made a while ago where I went to Andhra, I wanted to get the train back, but the track was being redeveloped. I think that's the track we're going on now. That's how long it's been since I made that video. My goodness. And check out this train. Talk about a relic. Gosh. So the train track itself might be new, but I guess the train less so. So let's go and check it out, and yeah, we'll see how we get on.
Osoby oczekujące na ten pociąg proszę o przejście na peron pierwszy. Pociąg Intercity dzielny do stacji Ustka przez stację Konieczna
Well, I'm on the train. We've got about 10 minutes until we set off. Don't expect there to be too many passengers. The train goes all the way through to Krakov, but not, in this case, all the way to the Główny main station. It goes to one of the little outside stations. I think they're still redeveloping part of the track. There is a train a bit later today that goes all the way to Krakov Główny, but it takes about 3.5 hours. Compare that to 2 hours on the bus, and you can see why that train doesn't get that many takers. Still, it's nice to have a few minutes to kind of relax, settle in. It's a nice train actually. On the inside, it's a lot better than it looks on the outside. So it should be quite a comfortable journey. I'm going to read a book. I've just finished a book. I read George Moore's memoirs, Memoirs of My Dead Life. That was pretty good. He was an Irish novelist from about 150 years ago. Yeah, so I can read something new. If you're looking for something new to read, why don't you check out my new book? I wrote about my experiences as a teacher during the pandemic. I know the pandemic's not quite over yet, but I had enough material to be going on with, to be honest. So yeah, check it out if you fancy. It's called A Teacher's Journal of the Plague Year, kind of a takeoff of the famous Daniel Defoe novel of more or less the same title. So if you fancy something to read, and you've got a Kindle, for example, head over to Amazon, check it out. I've put the link in the description for you, just in case you're curious. My mum's reading it at the moment. She says it's not bad. There you go. Glowing reference from my mother. Andhra, which you might remember from an earlier video of mine. Now the route that the train takes is pretty interesting according to the map, because it kind of goes all the way around the circuit of the southern part of Andhra before coming into the main station. So we're approaching that now, and then in another 10-15 minutes, I think, more or less, I'll be in Vadavitza, and it'll be time to go for a walk. So here we are, Vadavitza. The train's going on to the next stop, and that was fun. I do like a good slow train journey. Just gives you so many opportunities to look out the window and see what's going past, and then to go back to your book and then look out the window again. The only thing I think was missing was some sort of trolley service. It would have been nice to have a coffee, but I suppose I could have bought something at the station. Right, let's go and find the attractions here in Vadavitza. Gosh, it's windy. So I'm here on the main square in Vadavitza, and I have a funny feeling that's about it really for this particular little town. It's famous as the birthplace of Karol Wojtyla, who would become Pope John Paul II, Over behind me, I believe, is the family home. Or it's around here somewhere. Oh no, it's over just there. It's right next to the place, isn't it? It actually says Dom Rodzinny Jana Pawła II. So you can see it just there to the side. On that side. That's his family home. There's the basilica behind me. Very interesting, beautiful on the inside. I've made a short video, as you've just seen, hopefully. Okay, right. What do you reckon? Coffee, walk, coffee and then a walk? Tempting. I'll have a look to see what there is. So I'm 2 kilometers into my walk. I've just left Vadavitza and it's already looking a little bit sketchy in terms of the pavement. As you can see over my shoulder, this is more like the edge of the road than an actual place for people to walk. Still not entirely sure of my right. Am I alright to be walking here? I don't know, I've seen a couple of other people around. I mean, people have houses here. They've got to be able to walk here, surely. Well, we'll see how it goes. My target is Kalwaria Zebrzydowska, if that's how you pronounce it. According to the sign just ahead of me, straight line walking, I've got 10 kilometers, which is perfectly doable. I haven't been to Calvaria for a long time. Never to stop. Only ever passing through on the way to Krakov in the old days, where the bus route linking Bielsko and Krakov went this way. So, bit of a trip down memory lane in a way. Also ticking off a box that's been left unticked for a long time. Alright, I better concentrate on what I'm doing now. Well, at least I'm not the only one walking along here. Someone else has been crazy enough to brave it. Wish me luck. Oh, what's this? Oh, my friend. I don't know how long it'll last. Oh. Yeah, okay. Got a bit overexcited there, I guess. That nice stretch of pavement lasted long enough to cover a bus stop. And then we're back to how it was before. Right, but I can see someone else is struggling just as I am. So at least I'm not alone. Ooh. Not a huge amount of space for me here, Jesus. Christ. Well, that was not fun, but I've done it. And it looks like I've got at least a couple of 100 meters of pavement coming up. Oh, thank goodness for that. Stressful walking along the side of the road like this, even if there is a kind of space for people. Just don't feel comfortable doing it. So I've passed through Klecha Dolna, which means lower, going into Klecha Górna, which means upper or higher. And I've just realised I misread the name. I thought it said Kleszcz at first, which I think is a tick. I wouldn't want to be walking through tick territory, that would be awful. Oh, and there's no pavement. Police car went past me a few minutes ago. Made me feel very nervous. Thought they were going to turn around and come over and speak to me or something, but I guess I'm in my right. It's just not nice. It's a nice day for this walk, but the walk itself, no, it's been good. It's been alright. I'm looking forward to getting to Calvaria. I see the road ahead of me and it just stretches on and on and on. And I know that I'm going to be with it for the duration. The landscape is relatively featureless as far as these things go. The houses all look the same. There's a bit of light industry here and there. The road is busy, but it's worth it for the exercise. Well, only a couple more kilometres to go, I think. I feel close. But that adventure with COVID at the end of last year really kind of knocked me for six, it seems, because I've not done 10 kilometers yet and I'm pretty exhausted. I can feel it all through my body. My legs are starting to complain. Got a little bit of a stitch. Could do with a coffee. Maybe a banana would be good for the potassium. Yeah, when I got COVID, I think my weight had come up to about 81 kilos from a low of 77 during the pandemic. I managed to get from 92 kilograms down to 77, because I read that if you were obese and you got COVID, it wasn't looking good. So I managed to get down to being just overweight, which was nice. It was the best weight I'd managed to reach for a long time. But unfortunately I wasn't able to keep it up, partly I think because of all the online lessons I had. That's not conducive to keeping the pounds off, I can say. So the weight went up a little bit. We had holiday here, holiday there. Before you knew it, I had COVID and I was at 81, so it's lucky I was double vaxxed really, because that could have gone horribly wrong. And now, because of the slow recovery from COVID itself, and of course Christmas and all the cakes that come with Christmas, and of course with more online teaching and the snacking between and during lessons that entails, up to 85. I'm not happy with myself about it, but today is a step in the right direction, pardon the pun. And we'll see how long it takes to get down to 80 and see if we can go anywhere from there. Could do with that coffee though. Cool little discovery.
one of those wooden churches. Let's go and have a look. I think for me, one of the best things about taking these long walks is that it's a reminder of just how much space there exists in the land. It's very easy to feel that everything is close together. If it only takes 20 minutes to drive from point A to point B, 20 minutes to drive from B to C, and 12 hours to drive from the furthest southern tip of the country to all the way to the coast in the north, you start to think that the whole land is quite small, squeezed together. It's really not the case, and walks like this remind you of it. Think how long I've spent walking, and I've covered 8 kilometers so far. I feel like I'm coming back into civilization a little bit. Just, I don't know, a shift in the feel of the place suggests that there might be more around here, more shops, more maybe even a cafe, who knows. It can't be far now from Calvaria, maybe another kilometre or 2 or 3. Hard to say exactly. But yeah, actually I am enjoying this walk. I've complained a bit about the state of the roads, but it's been fun. I've seen a few interesting things along the way. Still got Calvaria to look forward to, and you know what, it's still early in the day. It's only about midday now, so that leaves plenty of time for a secondary adventure on top of this. Who knows what that might be. It's been good so far for a while, and now I'm out of luck a little bit. There's still a bit of space for me to walk, but not nearly as much as I'd like, especially just here. But the sign ahead is a very pleasing one. Kalwaria Zebrzydowska. Fantastic. Closing in on my goal for today's walk. Just hope I don't get hit by a car on the way. Nymphs, maybe. Lions, Caesar, dragons, or more of those Death Eaters or whatever they are. Oh, some Westies. Right, I want to get over there. Up on the top of that hill is the thing I've come to see. How does one get there? I guess down this way. Makes sense. Well, after so long walking by the side of a road, it's quite nice to return to civilization. I'm going to go up the hill to see the main attraction here in Calvaria. Unfortunately, the sun's in completely the wrong place. It's going to make taking a photo of the thing quite tricky, but it's relatively close to home. You know, if I wasn't to walk it again, there are trains and buses that come here, so I think that this is the sort of place I'd be happy to return to in the future. Let's go and check this thing out though. This is frustrating. I'm on the way to this cloister or whatever it is, following the road. I run out of pavement. You think that I'm not the only person that wants to walk up here. Have I missed something? Is there a path for pedestrians to take? I haven't seen one. How very odd. I have to admit, this is quite a big moment. Around 2008, 2009, I had a girlfriend in Krakov, but I lived in Bielsko. So we used to alternate weekends. She'd come to Bielsko, I'd go and see her in Krakov. And at the time, like I've mentioned already, the bus to Krakov would go through Calvaria. And it would stop down there just long enough for me to catch a glimpse of this cloister up at the top of the hill. I always was in too much of a rush to go to Krakov. Never thought, I could get off the bus, walk up the hill, take a look, take a few photos, and then get the next bus. Never thought to do that, it wouldn't have cost much. Now, fast forward 2022, I don't really make those trips to Krakov, not like I used to. But I've taken today this opportunity during the winter break when I don't have any classes to come here. And I'm really glad that I have done. It's a great view. You can see for miles around. Okay, let's go and check this place out then. Alright, so that's some sort of seminarium just there. Looks pretty. And the church. They seem to be doing some work around here, of course. Well, that was pretty cool actually. It's a very impressive basilica. The cloisters I didn't really bother trying to get into because I doubt that would hold much interest for me. Now, steps leading up. I am exhausted, but then I added a sugar or two to my coffee when I had a little break earlier on. Maybe I should do this walk for the extra calories I can burn. Alright, yeah, I think I ought to. I'm out of shape. Got to be honest. That climb was short, but it was a bit of a killer. But fortunately, I'm at the top now. Not much to see here. It's a lovely little chapel, but it's closed, so I'm not going inside there, obviously. Time now to go back down, I guess, and arrange onward transport. I don't know where I'm going next. Okay, well, I'll cut back to the video when I'm at the bottom again, and when I've got a plan. So I got back down into the centre of the town. There's a sign pointing this way saying that there's a bus station somewhere around here. So I'll go there first and see what's on offer. It's 2:30. According to my Garmin watch, sunset's around 5 o'clock. I don't really want to be in the middle of nowhere at 5. I'd like to be on my way somewhere. So fingers crossed there's a bus somewhere that will get me somewhere else and which will get me home. We'll find out very shortly. I think this might be it ahead. And if there's no joy here, I'll check Google Maps and take a look at where the train station is. Well, that's a train station over there. I've checked the train times. There isn't anything for about 3/4 of an hour that would get me anywhere, and that's assuming I can get to the train station from this side. There seems to be a path ahead, so that's encouraging. There is a train due any minute that's going to Zakopane. I don't think I really want to go to Zakopane at 3 o'clock on a Friday when I don't have plans for anywhere to stay. It's the season. And yeah, probably not the best bet. So if there is going to be something, I'll just have to wait for it. Right, let's go and take a look at this. Maybe there'll be some buses here as well, but I don't know. I feel like this is not the place that buses would come to. So I decided not to wait for the train. I took a walk back towards the A52 main road that connects Calvaria with Krakov in one direction and Bielsko in the other, and found myself a little minibus bus stop in a little village called Brody. I thought it was named after the actor. Anyway, for 10 zloty, I got a ticket to take me here to Krakov, which is where I am now. It's always nice to visit the city, even if it's only going to be for an hour or so. So I'll have a quick look around and then head back home on the bus again. Right, well, there's the Sukianica. This is the main square of Krakow. I'm going to go and find myself a bus back to Bielsko, and I shall see you all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.